Hi guys, are you ready for some math?
Hi guys, welcome to lesson 2-17. I can use expanded notation to estimate and multiply one digit by four-digit numbers. Alright, so in our first example, we have 2,237 times 4. Today, we are going to estimate, but when we estimate, we're going to try to make our estimates a little more precise. So instead of always rounding to the biggest place value, today we're going to round actually to the hundredths place. And you're going to see your estimate is much closer to the actual answer. So I'm rounding to the hundredths. So I'm going to underline that place value, draw my arrow to the right. It's a 3. So 5 or less, I add 0. I can also think of it as, is 237 closer to 200 or closer to 300? In this case, it's closer to 200. So 2,237 will round to 2,200. And then we only have one number right here, so we don't need to round it to any place value. So it's just going to stay the same as a 4. So our estimate will be 2,200 times 4. So I'm going to use expanded notation. What I can do is break apart my big number by place value and multiply each place by 4. So starting with our first 2, that's actually in the thousands place, so I know it's 2,000. Then I have another 2, but it's in the hundreds place, so it's 200. And then I have nothing here. So I'm going to take each of those numbers times 4. 2,000 times 4, so I could do 2 times 4, which gives me 8, and then I have 3 zeros. 2,000 times 4 is 8,000. Here I have 2 times 4, which is 8, but I only have 2 zeros. 1, 2. 200 times 4 is 800. Now I just add 8,000 plus 800, which gives me my estimate of 8,800. Now that I have my estimate, I'm going to find my actual answer. Okay, I'm finding my actual answer, and I'm going to use expanded notation. So to do that, I'm breaking it apart by place value. So here I have 2,000 times 4. Then I have 200 times 4. I have 3, which is not a 3, it's in the tens place, so it's 30 times 4. And then in the ones place, I have a 7. 7 times 4. I know 2,000 times 4, we just did that, it's 8,000. 200 times 4, I also just did, which is 800. Now I have 30 times 4. I know 3 times 4 is 12, But this is really 30, so I have my 0. So it's 120. And 7 times 4 is a math fact that I should know, and that's 28. Now I'm going to write out my numbers and add them up, making sure I'm lining them up according to place value. Nice and neat and all lined up. I add them up. And my final answer is 8,948. Let's compare it to our estimate. Our estimate was 8,800. Our actual answer is only 148 over. So we actually have an underestimate here, but it is very close to my actual answer. So I know that my answer is reasonable. Today, you learned how to estimate and multiply with thousands.